Hey, Chris from My Core Balance, and this is the Ask Trainer Chris podcast. Got a question earlier in the week, I think it might have been yesterday, about creating a balanced workout program. Talked about this today on my 10-minute live workout today on Facebook Live at 6 a.m. every Wednesday. So a balanced workout plan, it's actually fairly simple as far as the template goes. So I want to teach you the two parts to the template and then kind of let you loose and allow you to create unlimited workouts, basically. The template's very easy. I call it Core 3x3. The reason is because you have a grid. So imagine a document like a spreadsheet, and you have a 3x3 grid. That's what this ends up creating. So first part of the grid. Either on the top or on the side, you can put these three items. So first part of the grid, first three items, are your three main core body parts. So the hips, the shoulders, and everything in between, which we'll call the core. So the core is not just your six-pack, and we've talked about this in the last couple of episodes. It's all the muscles all around your trunk, even your hips, your shoulders, and I would argue there's even core elements to your body, the stability system throughout your whole body. But we're keeping it simple today. Hips, shoulders, core. So the hips, we consider anything that connects to the pelvis. So even your quads, I consider the hips. So hips and legs, we'll call it. That's the first part. Shoulders and arms is the second, and then core is third. Okay, so you have those three, and then the other three considerations you want to think about are the three ranges of motion. So you have front to back, side to side, and twisting. Now, this is easy to actually remember this acronym because front to back, F, starts with an F, side to side starts with an S, and twisting starts with a T, right? So FST, first, second, third. Boom! Easy to remember that order, first, second, third. And then hips, shoulders, core. So we have first, second, third along one axis of your 3x3. We have hips, shoulders, core. Sorry, we have hips. Getting a little sidetracked. It's a little earlier in the morning today. We have hips, shoulders, core along one. We have front to back, side to side twisting along the other. This creates that 3x3 grid or box that I was talking about. So we have 9 boxes. And within each box, we do have some subcategories, right? Like you notice I say hips front to back. So we have hips front, which is hip flexion. That's the front of the leg, the hip flexors, the quads. We have hips back, right? Hips front to back. So we have back. Hips back is glutes, right? Glutes, hamstrings. And then next we go hips side to side. That's the outer hip. It's side, so it's going out, but it's also coming back in. So we have abductor, which is the outer hip, and we have adductor, which is the inner thigh. Okay? So that's the second box. The third box is hips twisting. What this looks like is a femur rotation. So the femur is your thigh bone, the upper leg bone. It's a big bone in your body, a couple feet long, 1.5 feet long. And the rotation comes, you can actually see it in the kneecap. So if you straighten your leg and you rotate your whole leg out, your kneecap's going to point out to the side. That's telling you that your femur is actually rotating in your hip socket, internal, external. Okay, so that's the third box. Fourth box, we move our way to shoulders. And we're on shoulders front to back. So this looks like pullovers. I mean, basically just stand with your hands at your side. Start to bring your arms forward with your elbows straight. Keep going forward until you end up going past your shoulder level. Now your hand is above your head and you start to go back all the way up above your head. And then bring it back down. So that's a pullover. That's shoulders front to back. But again, there's a lot of exercises that fall into this box. Okay, next is shoulders side to side. And this is arms out to the side, or you start again, arms down by your side, bring your arms straight out to the side, and then start to come up over your head. Then the next one, again, sixth box is shoulders twisting. Again, this looks like a rotation. The bone that's rotating is your humerus, which is your upper arm bone. That bone inserts into your shoulder socket. So that rotate internally, externally, that's what it looks like. Next box is core, front to back. This looks like cats and dogs or Superman or hollow body, anything like that. Core side to side is a windmill, side to side. And then twisting is any type of rotation from the torso. So that is what, again, I call core 3x3. taking the grid and going systematically step by step. The cool thing about this grid is that you can make your workouts easy or very challenging. It's just what exercise you put into the template. Also, you can put one exercise into each box, so you can do a very quick workout, 10 minutes, you're in and out. Or you can put 6 exercises in each box and take an entire hour to do the workout, and then you get into some really fine details as far as ranges of motion and intensity and everything like that. So very flexible format. I'll be talking about this more in the upcoming podcasts, but I wanted to give you an introduction today and really teach you how to create your own very balanced workout, because it's very important to achieve all your fitness goals without injuring yourself. Very important. So until next time, feel free to email me, chris@mycorebalance.com, if you have any questions, or if you're in the Anchor app listening to this, just send me a message, an audio message. That's a cool thing to do, and I'll put you live, or not live, but I'll put your voice on the air. And the other option is you can text me a question, 408-883-4442, and I'll keep answering your questions as we go along. Thank you so much for listening.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.